6.5 million. Think about that for a minute. 6.5 million. According to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals in 2017, that's just how many animals enter shelters each and every year. Most of you have or eventually will own a pet. Adoption is so beneficial and needs to be a consideration when you think about getting a pet. It's not only benefiting the animal that you're adopting, it's also benefiting the other animals that need to go into the shelters. It's also benefiting the community by getting those animals off of the streets, and it's also benefiting your health and your well-being. I love animals, and this is my parents' dog Riley, who they adopted, and I someday hope to adopt a dog myself. Today, I'm going to discuss the importance of adoption, the importance of supporting and funding shelters, and why you should adopt, not shop. Now that you're aware just how many animals enter the shelters every year, let's talk about the need and importance of adoption. Mainly, it is important because there are way too many animals entering the shelters, and the shelters can't hold them all. They're overflowing. And according to the Humane Society in 2017, some of the reasons for adoption are that you're saving a life, and that's incredible. In fact, it states that over 2 million cats and dogs are euthanized each year because they can't hold them. Also, like I said before, it boosts your health and well-being, and it makes you feel good inside. Also, you're helping more than just that animal. You're benefiting the other animals, yourself, and your community. We'll talk about that a lot more too. Every day, animals are being dropped off at shelters, being put down, and you have the opportunity to save an innocent life. How incredible. Here are some ways in which you can address the need for adoption and promote this cause. Animal shelters desperately need to find homes for these poor abandoned animals, but they also need funding and support from their community. If you can adopt, please do. If you can't adopt, consider these choices. You can make a donation. According to animalsheltering.org, most shelters are nonprofit organizations, and they rely solely on grants and the donations from the community to run. If you can adopt, if you can't make a donation, consider volunteering your time. You can do this by going to the shelters and playing with the animals, by taking them on walks, by helping fundraise for the animal shelters at local events. You can spread the word about adoption and let people know, hey, this is a big deal. We need to help this cause. Pet adoption works because it saves animals, makes room for more animals, and makes you an advocate for adoption. Most animals are up to date on vaccines. They're spayed, neutered, and they just want love and attention. And really, who doesn't? Millions of animals have been adopted and found loving homes. However, not all have been that fortunate. What happens if you do or don't decide to adopt? If you do and can adopt, like we said before, you're benefiting that animal, the other animals, the shelters, the community, and yourself. That's a lot of benefits. And not only are you saving that life, not only are you saving their life, but many others. And that's a decision you can take pride in. If you can't or decide not to adopt, there are consequences. According to PETA.org in 2017, animals not adopted are put down, which is so sad, just because they can't hold them any longer. And even those no-kill shelters are inhumane because they reject animals if they don't have the capacity to hold them, which is neglectful. Please, please, please consider adopting your next pet from a shelter. Adopting an animal is extremely important, and to the animal, it is a matter of life and death. You have the opportunity to save the life of an innocent animal. Visit your local shelter for info on adoption, making a donation, and/or becoming a volunteer. There are millions of animals in need of a home, and it is incredibly, incredibly important that we step up and start adopting these pets. As written on petsandmore.org in 2017, Mahatma Gandhi said, "The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated." Thank you.